Rolling blockades of trucks jammed Maryland highways today to protest high diesel fuel prices. Gas prices may be high, but a local recreational vehicle salesman says business hasn't suffered and things will get better. And if President Carter has his way, national health care will be a fact of life in a few years. We'll have those stories and more in the next half hour. So join me, Ron Smith, and Stan Stovall. Cindy Crickets with the AccuWeather forecast and Vince Bagley on sports. We're all next on Action News.
Plush new Cadillac San Moritz DeVille with many special features not found on other Cadillacs, discounted to under $10,000. Only at Westminster Motors on Route 140, Westminster.
Give me a smile with everything on it. I'll pass it on. Give me a Coke when you smile, and I promise to pass it along. I'm gonna pass it along. The world needs a lift when it's tired and thirsty. Coke and a smile is how it should be. Coke and it's life. Coca-Cola has life.
What makes wise investment such a wise investment? We've got a system, a communication system from C&P Telephone that picks faster, less expensive routes for long distance. We team it with a C&P data transmission system that gives branch offices information instantly. Lose a minute in this business, and you could lose a point in the market, unless you invest your money wisely.
C&P Telephone. We have a system to get you ahead. Give us a ring.
From Channel 11, Maryland's leading news station, this is Action News.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Stan Stovall.
And I'm Ron Smith. The truckers' protest over high diesel fuel prices erupted spectacularly in Maryland this afternoon, and traffic backups and short tempers were the result. Independent truckers began blocking I-95 near Aberdeen around 3 this afternoon. That heavily traveled route was quickly a bundle of confusion as truckers, motorists, and police all jockeyed for position. Eventually, almost 200 trucks were involved in the convoy, as Ron Leverton reports.
The convoy rolled slowly down Interstate 95, headed for Baltimore. Most of the time, at least one lane was open, allowing other motorists to pass, but there were times when the truckers blocked all southbound lanes. A major block-up occurred near the Baltimore Beltway, north of the Harbor Tunnel. Police blocked exit ramps from I-95, forcing the truckers into the tunnel southbound. They really didn't know where they were going, at least not as a group. Most said they were headed home to shut down. By about 6:30, the convoy was stopped at the entrance to the tunnel, many truckers claiming they hadn't planned to take that route and they couldn't pay tolls. A state police captain finally met with the truckers and told them what would be done.
Your second problem was a matter of tolls. Your tolls are cleared. I know we had a lot of you come down this route. We recognize the fact the tolls are cleared by the Harbor Tunnel authorities. You can roll on through the toll plaza. As a gentleman's type thing, I know a lot of you would be here regardless, but those that don't have tolls can keep rolling.
Some truckers we talked with said they joined the convoy as they heard about it, and it really wasn't organized.
Where did you hear about it?
Here in Baltimore.
On the CB or?
Yeah, on the CB. On the CB.
What did they tell you?
That there was a convoy southbound, so I said, well, this is a good chance for us to get in and do what we can.
Are you in the process of shutting down yourself?
Yeah, I'm shutting down because I get to the house back in Lynchburg.
By the time trucks started rolling through the tunnel, it was almost nightfall, and this latest demonstration was coming to an end. The convoy broke up here on I-95, south of the tunnel, and the independent drivers, who felt they had clearly made their point, headed home. Ron Leverton, Action News.
Around the state, 30 truckers were given tickets for impeding traffic. At this point, some of the truckers have headed west on I-70, and others have headed south towards Virginia. Earlier today, another group went north into Delaware.
While the truckers protest what they have to pay for diesel fuel, the price that you and I pay at the pump keeps marching up and up. The weekly AAA gas survey shows regular up more than a cent in the last week to 85 cents a gallon. Unleaded is up 1.50 cents to 90 cents, and premium also made a 1.50 cents jump to 92 cents. months. It might be smart to buy your gas before the weekend, too. About half the stations will be closed on Saturday, and almost all will be closed on Sunday. Availability, not price, seems to be the key for most people these days. Gas lines are becoming a familiar sight in Baltimore. There was a line at Crown Station before it opened at 7 this morning. Attendants there said a lot of people were just topping off their tanks. And remember, you're just making things worse if you do that. Of course, we're all worried about the gas shortage. That's only natural when you see lines at all the gas stations. Some people don't have to worry about getting gas because through a special Energy Department program called Priority Allocation. Rich Hollander has more.
While you sit and wait, hoping there's enough gas to fill your tank, there are others who could care less about allocations. The Energy Department has placed certain occupational groups, such as farmers, in a special category. That category allows farmers, or watermen for example, to obtain as much gas as they need. In fact, they could buy more than last year's allocation. All someone in this group has to do is fill out this affidavit and give it to his supplier. The buyer promises that the fuel be used only for agriculture. We asked an oil executive if everyone was using the gas for the intended purpose.
Obviously, in any program, there's going to be somebody that's not going to follow the guidelines. However, I would have to say that most of the people, I'd say 90-95%, follow the guidelines as they're laid out, and there's very little cheating going on.
The program also permits police, fire departments, and health services to get all the fuel they need. But if one lies on the application, there's a possibility of a year in jail. Rich Hollander, Action News.
Now, private physicians are not part of that special allocation program.
The gasoline situation seems pretty bleak right now, but our Ray Bennett has a report on a man who believes things will return to almost normal real soon.
You get gas. No gas, sir. No gas.
All over the country, gasoline lines are getting longer every day as motorists rush to the pumps as if they believe the last gallon may be sold at any minute.
But not Charlie Whiterman. Charlie Whiterman has faith in America and its resources. He believes that one day soon we'll see a return of such things as gasoline wars, service stations offering a free car wash with each fill-up. Charlie Whiterman has a lot of faith. He owns all of these. Charlie Whiterman has to have a lot of faith.
If we don't think everybody is so stupid to think they won't be able to get gas in this country, all we tell them, if you can afford the gas, it's going to be $1, $1.25 a gallon. If you can afford the gas, you can afford to buy a motorhome and enjoy yourself.
Charlie Whiterman says his business is about the same as last year. He has a lot full of Winnebagos, mobile, and mini homes that he feels certain the public will still buy and